everyone, welcome to Group 3. I'm Marsha from Group 3 and today I'd like to talk to you about the perception. The perception has 5 points. Firstly, definition of the perception. Secondly, binocular vision. Thirdly, monocular cues. And after that, we will look at extrasensory perception. And finally, psychokinesis. But before that, I'd like to introduce our team. First, Francisca Nadine. And second one, Cindy Kurniawati. And the third one is Jasmine Ega Samantha. And then Tiara Valentin. And after that, Daphne Call. And finally, last but not least, the only boy in our team, Reka Nova. Okay? The first topic we will presented by Nadine.
First of all, my name is Francisca Nadine. I just like to give you some background information about depth perception. Perception is a process starting from the receipt of stimulus, which includes object, qualities, relationship between phenomena, and events of interpretation. According to Ajeng, depth perception is the ability to see things in three-dimensional form and the assessment of the distance of an object. It involves interpreting visual cues to understand spatial relationship. Type of visual cues is binocular vision and monocular cues. Depth perception serves several important purposes in the context of human sensing and interaction with the environment. Here are the main purposes of depth perception: judging distance, navigation and mobility, social interaction, efficient visual processing, aesthetic and creative experience. Okay, next topic is binocular vision will be explained by Cindy.
First of all, my name is Cindy Kurnia. I will explain binocular vision. Binocular vision enables three-dimensional perception by using both eyes to enhance detection, resolution, and coordination. Key binocular depth cues include: first, retinal disparity. Each eye captures a slightly different image. The brain uses these differences to estimate depth, with greater disparity indicating greater distance. The second, convergence and accommodation. Convergence, eyes turn inward for close object, and the brain uses this movement to change distance. And then, accommodation. The lens adjusts to focus on nearby object, providing deep information. Let's move on the next topic. Monocular cue will be explained by my friend Jasmine.
Alright, thank you Cindy. First of all, my name is Jasmine Ega Samantha and my talk is about monocular linear perspective. Monocular linear perspective is an optical illusion that uses linear perspective to create the perception of depth or distance using only one eye. In this perspective, parallel lines appear to converge at a single point called vanishing point in the distance, even though they remain parallel in reality. Monocular cues are divided into 5 parts. First is linear perspective. Is a monocular depth cues where parallel lines appear to converge at a distant point called vanishing point as they extend toward the horizon, giving us information about depth and distance in our visual field. Next is interposition, is when one object overlaps with other object and the object being covered is perceived as being farther away. This is one of the monocular cues.
First of all, my name is Daphne Cole, and I will continue the explanation about monocular cues. Shadow is a critical monocular cue that helps our brain perceive depth and three-dimensional space using just one eye. Shadow serves a depth cue that helps the visual system perceive three-dimensional depth in two-dimensional image. Shadows provide information about the spatial relationship between objects and the light source. Texture gradient is perceived when we can see less detail in faraway objects than those that are closer to us. By integrating this concept with other visual cues, researchers and artists can better understand and illustrate the complexities of human visual perceptions. Motion parallax is the tendency when moving forward fairly rapidly to perceive differential speeds in objects that are passing by in those that are being approached. The mechanism of motion parallax can be observed when an individual moves laterally, such as while walking or driving. Right, let's move on to the next topic.
Right, my name is Tiara. Let's move on to extrasensory perception (ESP). Extrasensory perception (ESP) refers to the ability to obtain information without using the physical sense. These terms include phenomena such as telepathy, clairvoyance, or remote viewing and precognition. Telepathy is the ability to transfer or receive information directly from a person's mind without the use of physical means of communication or language. Explanation telepathy is usually expressed in the entry from 1. Mental telepathy, 2. Emotional telepathy, and 3. Telepathy institution. Retrocognition is the ability to know or perceive events that have occurred in the past without using available physical information. Explanation retrocognition is often described as seeing the past, in which a person gets images of past events that they did not directly experience. Clairvoyance is a person's strong intuitive ability in viewing information about events elsewhere. This ability to relying on the mind as a medium for conveying information. Information that delivered is in the form of visual image like a film or just a still image like a poster. The emergence of visual, it come to me suddenly.
My name is Raka Noval. Today I'm here to talk to you about psychokinesis or psi powers. Is the claimed ability to influence physical objects or events using only the mind. While some experiments show small statistical evidence of mind-matter interaction, skeptics attribute this to bias or methodological errors. To date, PK remains scientifically unproven and requires more rigorous testing. Right, let's move on to the conclusion. Depth perception is our ability to see the world in 3 dimensions and judge distance, which relies on 2 types of visual cues. Binocular cues require both eyes and include retinal disparity, convergence, and accommodation mechanisms. On the other hand, monocular cues can be detected with just one eye and encompass linear perspective, interposition, shadow, texture gradient, and motion parallax beyond normal perception. Well, that's it for me. Thanks very much.